Right, we're talking about muck today, horse muck to be more precise. As you can see, there's quite a lot of it here at the Physic Garden. I've been collecting it today. I'll come back to the topic of where to collect it from in a moment, but it's perhaps a little bit late in the year. Maybe it would have been better to have done it in autumn. Obviously, things being what they are, it's you have to take opportunities as they present themselves. This is, and always should be, very well rotted horse muck. You can tell if you look at this stuff here. It's lovely. It's got that lovely crumbly texture. So it's been out in the field for a couple of years, I would have thought. You don't really want anything that's too fresh, that's just come out of the horse the day before, because that's not going to do your plants any favours at all. Although some things like pumpkins will grow in something which is as near as, damn it, almost fresh muck. You will see that amongst all the lovely muck there are roots. These are stinger roots, but I think we've also probably got some bramble roots in here as well. So we're going to have to get as many of those out before we can do much more with it. What we're going to do here is we're just going to spread the muck around on the surface of the soil as a kind of a top dressing. But if you really wanted to go to town, you could always Google double digging, which is basically where you dig a ditch, backfill it with muck, and then dig a ditch next to that and backfill it, and so on and so on. So you've really dug it into the ground. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to rake this across the surface of the ground. The reason for adding this muck, well, there are many reasons really. One is it's absolutely rich in nutrients, especially nitrates, which are good for leaves and shoots. It also improves the structure of the soil. If, as I imagine you probably have, living in the area around Faversham, if you've got very clay soil in your garden, then the addition of horse muck, like any organic matter, will improve the texture of the soil. It'll open the soil up and enrich it. If you have sandy soils, the addition of muck improves the moisture retention of the soil as well. Ironically, with clay, actually, because it opens it up, it improves the sort of drainage of the soil. So what would you use it for? Well, here we've used it to enrich the soil on our vegetable beds. You can use it as a top dressing in your flower beds, as long as it is well rotted. You could add it to your compost heap as a kind of accelerator in the compost. Obviously you can use it to mulch around roses and mulch around relatively newly planted apple trees and fruit trees too, or any other tree for that matter, because it'll give them a good boost to get them started off. Now, where to get it from? Lots of farms and stables will have bags of muck to be taken away for free outside. The person who provides us with all this muck, I did ask her this morning if I could mention the fact that she'd be happy for people to go and collect muck from her. She is more than happy, and there's plenty of it, believe me. But rather than give you her details direct, you'd have to contact me at the garden first of all. So if you were to email or phone the garden and ask for Paul, I can pass on the details of the person who provides us all the muck. And all I'll say is that if you live in the middle of Faversham, you won't have to go very far to get this beautiful, going over the top here a bit, aren't I? This beautiful source of nutrients and general all-round soil improver. Okay, happy muck spreading. Bye.